Hey YouTube, it's Python Cheese here again today, and I just wanted to show you guys a little video. I haven't done a video in a while. I've been really busy, but it's gonna be an update. Currently I'm gonna be done with this project here because it's not gonna work with the N64. I didn't do too well of a job with the buttons, so this case cost about $10 for the case. I'm gonna probably fill the holes and redo it and put something else in it that I got for future plans, and just put a same screen in there basically, and leave those speakers in there, so those are good to go. But what I gotta show you guys today is I was trying to rewire this. I was looking up information. This is the official Nintendo 64 motherboard controller, and I tried rewiring it and everything. These two wires I still haven't taken off, but took the other wires off. I think there's a total of 6 in there, and I couldn't rewire it. I tried rewiring it and rewiring it for a different analog. Basically, I was rewiring it for the analog here, and because this is the actual analog, but it looks like I'm gonna put this controller back together and it should be ready to go. But scratch that idea for this one. So I looked up for information how to do it for the official one, and I couldn't find no information for it. So I tried it out myself, and I couldn't get to work. So apparently it doesn't work unless somebody else can figure it out, because I tried every which way I could. And I wired up actually a PS2 analog here. It's one from one of my broken controllers. I just ripped it out of the motherboard and desoldered it from the motherboard or whatever. And basically, I found some wiring stuff on the internet and how to wire it up to this is a SuperPad 64 motherboard. So it went to this controller here. I can't really flip it over, but I've dremelled it off. This was from my old project I was going to work on for my first Nintendo 64, but that's why it's dremelled off here and dremelled off here. I just ripped it out of that, and in front of it I'd like to show you it. That's what it looks like on the front. I don't want none of the buttons falling out, but it doesn't matter if they do, but you know what it looks like. But yeah, I rewired these here, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet. I might make them into buttons, like here's the rubber button part for the Z button, and this is the left bumper, the right bumper, and here's your Z button. It's all wired up. It all works out still. It works. And here's the analog, originally the analog. Here, I'll show you. I think I got it over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Oops. Oh, 1 second. Alright. It's in this drawer right here. Alright, here we are. Here's the original SuperPad 64 analog. It's really big and bulky. And yeah, it's not the best. I mean, it works, but this one's even more accurate. And look at the difference. This one's smaller and it's more accurate. So yeah, that's the analog comparison. Way better. I'd rather have this. The smaller the better, and it's lighter too. And basically I have 2 of them. This is the other one. This is just for extra, for any projects. Basically, I got 4 different colored wires. It doesn't really matter what color you use. And I found a little thing. It's all hooked up. I even drew a quick draw for you guys. I don't know if you can see it that well. Yeah, it looks pretty good. But basically, this is where the tack switch is on the PS2 analog. As you can see right here. Right here is the tack switch right here. And when you click on it, when you push down on your thing, you hear that clicking noise. That's the tack switch, which is right there. Basically, it'll look like this on the drawing. Tack switch here, and here's the 3 prongs here, and then the 3 prongs here. and this is the bottom. But basically I drew it out for you guys so you could actually see what I did. Basically this is the wire, this is the left prong on the top. You put a black wire because that's the ground, I believe, and then you hook that one, that you put one wire out like I said, and then you hook that one from the left side of the prong. Did I do that right? No, hold on. I'm thinking backwards here. Hold on. Let me look at this real quick. Yeah, I'm wrong right there. Alright, change that. Scratch that. Basically, you took the left prong on the top, and you go to the top prong on the right. You wire those two together with a black wire, because I think those are the ground. And then you hook up another for the top right prong. You just put another one going out, and then that's going to be to the controller. And then for the top middle one is that's just going to go out. You just hook up a wire to that, and then the right one on the top, you're going to put a wire going out from that one, and then hooking that top right prong also to the bottom right of the other prongs, 3 prongs on the right side. Hook it up to the right, and let's see, where have I gone? All right, and then our final one is the middle prong on the right side. You just put one wire going out that way, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4 wires going out. So if you want to pause the video here, if you ever want to rewire a Super 64 controller, there you go. So drew it out for you. I didn't use the same colors as I did as the drawing because I don't have the same colors as wires, so I don't have the same color as colors either for the drawing or whatever. But I rewired it up, put some hot glue on there so it's nice and sturdy so it won't fall off. And this is actually a original Xbox controller analog. It has like a dent right here in the middle, so it's much easier on your actual fingers, so you won't wear out your fingers as much. So I decided to put that on there. I just put some hot glue on the inside and stuck the analog on top, and it works. So that's the analog to the actual controller. Those are all the analog wire spots where they're at. They're all like right here on the bottom, but I was having a hard time going through the holes of the motherboard, so I just put them on top and super glue or hot glued them in place like that. It works. I've tested it out and everything. But yeah, this is going to be part of the motherboard, our controller motherboard to the portable, and I'm actually going to be using this here for the portable. It's this one, I think this case cost a couple more bucks. I think it was like 15 bucks or something like that, or 12 bucks, somewhere around there. And I painted it purple. And if you can see the outlines here, that's where I'm going to be putting the screen. Basically the analog is going to go up here, and then I'm going to put some other tack switches or whatever or something. I'll probably just use this controller and just cut out parts and just cut out holes here and then place it in there, smooth it down, and then put everything in there. And analog will probably go up here, then our C buttons will probably go down here, and then the D-pad will probably go over here, and then your right and left buttons, the left button will go here, and the right button will go here, and probably a Z button will go here on the right side, kind of like a PS2 controller or Xbox 360 controller, and L1 or R1 and R2 button, or whatever it is on the Xbox. But yeah, that's my plans. And then originally what I was gonna do is with the analog, since there's nothing to do with the tack switch, I was actually had an idea, but I decided I'm not gonna do it because it might get in the way. Basically, what I was gonna do is hook up some wire to the tack switch and make it a start button, so I don't have to make an extra hole for the start button. But I decided not to because it would get in the way of gameplay. Because if you accidentally click it, it'll just click start while you put gameplay. I mean, it's a good idea, but it won't be probable. So that's that. And here's the screen here. It's all hooked up. I dremel down the buttons here. This is just hot glue on the top to help the electric tape be placed. The motherboard's underneath the electric tape, and that's the wires going out of the screen. That's your ground, the black one. Your video is the yellow one, and then that one's your power, the red one right here. So black ground, yellow video, and red is power. So that's for the screen. And then I added some tech switches with some buttons. I didn't really need all 4 wires, but better safe than sorry, just in case one breaks or something, or if it needs it actually, but I'm not too sure. But I hooked them all up and everything works on here. Got tech switches, I've tested it out and everything. Dremeled off the sides of the screen here down to the bare bones that I could do it. It's all hot glued in place, so it's ready to go to be put in place. And then like I said, the analog will be here, and then the D-pad, and then you get your left, right, Z button, and then the start button will probably go down here, probably right here in the corner, right here. And then these buttons here, since it's for the screen, they're gonna actually go underneath the screen right here. So that's my thing I'm about to do with that. I haven't really been busy lately, so I'm gonna get on it as soon as I can. So yeah, that's that. Everything is going to good as planned so far, so please like and subscribe, and go ahead and make your own portables. I suggest testing out electronics if you guys are into electronics. Some tips on getting that stuff: you're gonna need a multimeter. This one I got from Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that. It was like 30 bucks. That's pretty cool. It's pretty nifty. That's one of the main tools I use. I also use the solder gun. It's a solder gun. Just use that for soldering. And also your desoldering iron. I don't use this often, but it works. Soldering gun I probably use the most, so it's my number one tool I like. And the hot glue gun, which this one's really old. I think it's from probably 90s, maybe early 2000s. It's old, but it works still, so good to go on that. I also bought some. I bought these new little things from All Spectrum. It's called All Spectrum Electronics, and this little box thing right here is actually a fan for heat. I'll be putting on the back of the portable. I have some other variant sizes, but I like the smaller ones. This one's pretty small, as you can tell. It's the actual size is actually, let's see, bearing 4 millimeters, so it's 1.57 inches long, 1.5 by 1.57 inches long. Let's see, width and length is the same, and the depth of it is 0.4 inches, so it's under a half an inch thick. So it's pretty small, and as you can tell, here's the case, and here's the fan. It's supposed to run off of 12 volts, but I tested it on the 7.4 volts, and it works. I'm guessing it'll work down to about 6 volts. I'm guessing to 6.5. Really haven't tested that out though. But yeah, it's gonna go on the portal, as you can tell. It's pretty small, and hold on 1 second, sorry. This is actually the actual portable, the motherboard that I was going to use, but it's all hooked up. I actually cut off the speaker wire because I bought some new speakers because they're smaller and they're not as powerful, but those speakers that I put in this portable up here, these things are pretty loud for little mini speakers. They're just thick, so this is actually an amplifier to make it louder, and then that's your headphone jack or whatever. But yeah, that's gonna probably go, I'm gonna guess, on top somewhere, or I might put it in the front up here somewhere. But actually, no, I probably won't be able to because the cartridge is right there, so it'll probably go right here, or on the bottom somewhere. Because it's not really, I mean, it's kind of thick, but this little thing here, this little potential meter or whatever, that's the thickest part of the thing, little amplifier. But the amplifier itself is really small. I mean, here's my thumb, and it's not, you know, a normal thumb. I mean, look how big it is compared to my thumb. It's pretty small, so it won't really get in the way, and it'll be sticking out, so you can just turn it on and off as desired. So basically, that's that, and that's the case of itself. So it fits nicely inside. So that's that. Trying to think what else I was going to show you guys. Oh yeah, the speakers. I bought some different speakers. I probably spent a little over 20 bucks on speakers, just variants. Oh yeah, before I get to the speaker part, here's the other fan that it's a used, but it works. I bought it for like $1 or something like that at a garage sale one day. It works, and this one's actually more powerful as a fan, but this one's a little bit smaller, so I don't know. Whatever I have room on the back, whatever doesn't get in the way, we'll definitely choose whatever one works best for my situation. But I kind of would like this one a little bit better, but we'll see how everything goes to plan. It's probably, let's see, let's measure it here. The length of it is 2 inches, and then it's probably going to be 2 inches. Yeah, it's 2 inches by 2 inches, and then the depth is actually, it's probably about 0.45, I'm guessing. Probably just a little bit thicker, maybe. I don't know how long. Let's see. No, they're about the same. So, yeah. There's going to be the fans. One of those are going to be the fans. I got a couple of fans laying around, but the other ones are too big. As I didn't notice they were going to be this big. Let's see. I think here's another fan. This one's actually the heaviest fan I got, but it's actually, I mean, look at that. It's just so thick, but it works. This is actually the best quality one I have. Works the best, but it's just so thick and heavy. I mean, it's not really probable, so it won't be probably going on this project. Probably weighs a good $1/4 pound to ½ pound, I'm guessing. Just this big thick fan on it by itself. Pretty heavy for some reason. I'm looking around here. Give me a minute. I've got a big clutter on this desk. I thought I had, yeah, right here. Here's one of the speakers. Oh, I'm losing you guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, here's one of the speakers. These are actually one of the speakers I'll probably might be using. Actually, no, I take that back because I didn't wire this one. This is actually the weakest link of all the speakers that I bought. I bought like 3 different pairs of 2 each. And they sell them singly, so each one was a couple bucks each. So those are, I'll probably be putting those in headphones or something. Here we are. these are actually the biggest ones, but they had the worst quality, so I didn't go with those. Those are just going to be tossed aside, basically. Here's the other ones. These are really small. These are the Dayton, these right here are the really small ones that are called Dayton Audio CE2OM 16 3/4 inch micro speaker 16 ohm. I mean, these are actually pretty, they sound pretty nice. So I'll might even use those. Or these ones right here. No, the ones I'm not going to worry about that are over there. I set down already, since I'm not going to use them. These are the Dayton Audio CE 40-20F-8 1-1/2 inch by 3/4 inch mini speaker, 8 ohm. The more ohms you got, the better the quality is. But yeah, these are really nice too. These are actually the best. But these have more ohms, so it's better quality sound with these. But to be honest, I like these better. These are a little bit the quality of it isn't as good, but you really can't tell the difference between these two by much, but these definitely are probably going to be the ones I'll be using. They're just really nice. A couple bucks each though. It was like 20 bucks for all those 6 speakers, included shipping. I got it from Parts Express. They're over in Ohio. It only took like a day or 2 or 3 at max usually to get to your house. They're really good with shipping. Just choose the normal one if you do go to Parts Express. It's a really good website. I use it often. And All Spectrum is a good website. That's where I get my wire at mainly. Let's see here. And another website is Element 14. Those are 3 main websites I use. Sometimes eBay. I just bought some more audio amplifiers off of eBay. I bought 2 more of them for a couple bucks. I think it was like 3 or 4 bucks, I think max. Yeah, so I think that was it. So yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I bought a Adreno Uno, like 35 bucks or something like that. It's basically a microcontroller thing, something like that. I don't really know too much about it. I messed with it. I even put an LED in it and hooked it all up, and LED blinks and whatnot. I mean, it's pretty cool, but I don't really have a use for it. I'll find a use for it later in the future, though, I'm sure, for something. But yeah, here's oh yeah, I also bought some good 1 pounds. Oh, it was on sale. Normally it was like 35 bucks or something like that. This is actually the normally I use this here Radio Shack brand. It's lead free, but it's actually the worst out there. You can actually breathe this stuff in because it's lead free, but this stuff here, it's super solder. It's 1 pound. But yeah, it's cost me 20 bucks for it, normally 35, so I went and bought it because I was getting pretty low on this one, and this will last me a long time. It's actually got lead in it, so I can't really breathe in it. You're not supposed to breathe it in, so, but it's actually it's got a flux. It has actual flux inside the core of the solder, so it'll help stick to stuff better. I bought some other wires. I think this is the 26 gauge wire here. Here's all my wire. I got the black 26 gauge, 26 gauge yellow wire. These are all 100 feet. And then this is the 26 gauge red wire. So that's 3 different colors there. I also got more than that. This is the 26 gauge white wire. And here goes the 20 gauge, I believe it is. Yeah. It's the 22 gauge, my bad. 22 gauge red wire. So that's a different gauge. Basically, the lower the number, the thicker it is. See, like here, bought this at Radio Shack over a year ago. I still have a crap ton of it left. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it's 16 gauge stranded 2 conductor speaker wire. But yeah, I got a crap ton of that. I think it was like 20, 25 bucks at Radio Shack, something like that, for all that. And here's just what I have left of the gray wire. This is actually the 26 gauge gray. I don't have too much of it left. You can buy variants. I have recently just bought this one actually right here. This is the 20, I think it's 22, maybe. I'm trying to read it here. 22 gauge black wire. It's still sealed, so basically I got crap tons of wire. I still have a little extra from Radio Shack left, but I'm not going to buy wire from Radio Shack anymore because it's lower quality and they don't give you as much. So these are about 10 bucks a piece usually. From 6 to 10 bucks, it depends on which one you buy. I buy all my wire from all Spectrum because I like that the best, and it's actually cheaper than Element 14, even though you got to pay shipping, but Element 14 gives you free shipping, so that's cool. I usually buy the like LEDs and stuff from Element 14 and stuff like that. And yeah, all this wire I have here is from all Spectrum except for this one. I got this one off of eBay. So yeah, that's my future plans. And I'm sorry, I kind of went on for a long time. I didn't expect this to be over like 10 minutes, but you know, oh well. So thank you guys for watching. This is Python Cheese again. Please like and subscribe down below. And thank you guys again for watching. Bye.